thank you all for joining in on Sunday. I think all of you all have been there almost all the Sundays. And special thanks to the dear students also. For Sunday, bete, we wanted to inculcate some values. So idea was Sunday should be a social message. So we had, as sir was mentioning, Jyotsna ma'am coming and talking about success mantras. We had a dear colleague, young colleague coming and talking about the reading habits. Right. Today, sir is going to talk about, Jairam sir is going to talk about, right, the recipe for success, something very different. Now, as I keep saying, life is a rat race. If you want to run and win it, you still remain a rat. What really impresses me about Jayaraman sir is that we have worked together, we have met earlier many times, right? Because we trained together. Sir is a seasoned corporate colleague, right? He holds an MBA, right, and master's degree in finance. He is an investment banker. He works in the finance field, right? But more importantly, apart from being a true professional, Sir wants to be a great human being also. So he tries a lot of new things for participants, for youngsters, right? He does domain-specific training for clients such as, and I'm reading out Citibank, Deutsche Bank, Fidelity, JP Morgan, all big names, Standard Chartered, Cinicron, Barclays, Bank of America, BNB Paribas, right? So you can see all in all is there. But what he really likes to do is campus to corporate. Diversity drives innovation, right? Leading multi-generational workforce. Now you can see this is the passion of Sir. Six thinking habits and more importantly, values to action. So incidentally, when I spoke to Sir, it was for a weekday session. I said, let's do it for business people. Then when I started speaking to Sir, I realized, no, 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 this is for a much wider audience, right? This should be a Sunday session because students would be there, school students, college students, business persons also will be there, and parents are also watching. And Sir very readily agreed. He said, yeah, why not? If you want me to come for a bigger audience, I'm more than happy. Thank you very, very much, Jayaraman sir. Over to you. Right, you're right. I humbled by your presence again. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.
Namaste, sir. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. It's just about to be lunch, so maybe we'll try to keep it 1 hour so that your lunch time has not been skipped, or we will see how much we are going to do. I'm not a great speaker. Like, okay, sitting in front of a legend, I still quote you, sir, because you are there and you have been doing it a lot of things. And what I'm going to add is a drop of water in the ocean. But then I'm happy that I'm able to count myself as a droplet. So thanks for that. First, yeah, I'll give some spoiler alerts. So whatever I'm discussing here resembles actual persons, the facts only, does not, no fictitious and all. And I don't hold any copyright, patent, trademark, etc. in any of these contents. All are from Google. So if you want to sue me, just go and then Google sue. Sue Google. Yes, no shortcuts, no takeaways, just the facts. But because I come from a finance background, so I need to start the question with a very simple one. Those who are aware of it or those who heard it, just tell me, have you heard of this word called NPA? So non-performing asset. मतलब okay, कोई example दे सकते हैं? Non-performing asset. The classic example for an NPA is you and me. Ask your father. Ask any father in the world. Are we a performing asset to our parents? Are we an asset to our parents? पहले बताओ. Are we a asset to our parents? They go and then tell everyone in the neighborhood to relate रिश्तेदार मेरे बेटे जैसे कोई नहीं है, मेरी बेटी जैसे कोई नहीं है, kind of, right? Only when they see us, they have a different opinion. Yeah, can't help it, right? Facts. But are we a performing asset at some point of time? Might not be now because we are taking money from them as a pocket money for our living expenses. We are depending on them, etc., etc. Right? Can we become a performing asset to them at some point of time? Taking care of them financially, taking care of them physically. Will we be a financial? Will we be a performing asset? Yes, we will be, right? So non-performing asset, again, it's a financial term generally considered as something bad, something wrong, something is not working. But then in reality, it is actually on a given instance something is not performing, matlab exam mein pass nahi ho rahe hain, okay, in that examination, but does it mean that the person will not pass the examination next time? Does that mean that the person will always be bad? Does that mean that there is no future? Nothing like that, correct? No. So it is just on that given instance. I'll give one more. I need all of you just to be more active, because all my sessions people will be talking more. Okay, I do the session because I'm an early riser. I get up early and then I start talking. So my wife says like, get out of the home. So matlab मैं cycling जाता हूँ. क्या करूँ? Okay, so and then I started doing corporate sessions because my wife don't want to listen to me. No wife. Okay. Next one, I need you to think and then tell me an object which is called, which defines risk. I mean, very hi-fi jargon in financial. सुना तो होगा. Risk money. Any object. Don't define and all. Just give me any object which you can think of as risk. Fire. Good. Excellent. Start with that. Relations, natural calamities. Okay. Okay, so a couple of years back, the first time when I wanted to ask this question to an audience, I asked myself that, okay, risk, tell me some object. So I closed my eyes for about 30 seconds. And then the first thing came to my mind was my marriage invitation. Seriously, right? Because it's the most riskiest thing you can do it in your life. But then if you don't take that risk, obviously I will not have a happy family. I will not have a lot of good things, right? Yes, there are some moments where we will be having a fight, etc. But then, so these two things is very important, and it is related to our today's topic also, because success is not just something comes as a lottery, right? Or a luck, etc. It has to come with something. So first and foremost, we need to believe that we are the best asset of the world, or we are the best person in the world, and we are unique. And second, we need to know that yes, everything is risky and we need to take it. Because can I buy a bike and a car and then just sit at home? Of no use, right? Why unnecessarily spend that money? Keep it in the bank. We don't know what will happen to the bank, but then, yeah. So can we step out of the house? Yeah, you need to, and you don't know what will happen. So risk is there everywhere, but we need to understand taking it is nice. Okay, so let's take these two guys. Again, it may be little tricky for non-financial person and the students. Sorry, Alin sir. Just that Adat se Majboor, I have to pick up these photos. Okay, just to give, because we're all talking about American election, etc. So Americas. Anybody knows these two guys? Anybody who can think of? ये दो बंदे लोग कौन है? One is Warren Buffett, very good. Another is Bernie Sanders. No, so this guy is called. Good, go on. I think you guys just have to continue talking. And so one is a Warren Buffett, another is called Mr. George Soros, right? And these two people, we know, actually most of us know about Warren Buffett, heard about him, or in whatever form and context, etc. George Soros is equally a rich person who made money, but just that they both had a different viewpoint. Maybe more than this, I'll give you some logos, and these are all like, again, America election, Biden wins. So I end up picking up this slide today morning, right? So these are all the America's top givers. These are all the philanthropists of America, the top list, right? And I've just put the logo because we might not know the person, but we might know those companies. Okay, my question to all of you, have a read about it, have a look at it, but also tell me what is common in all these guys. Is there anything common, and what is common in these people? Type of professions are different. Very good. Some of them from technology. As we said, Warren Buffett is a value investor, and then someone just started it, or someone inherited from the previous, right? And then at some point of time, they all moved into a charity, right? So can we assume that all these people followed specific steps involved and then they will become successful? Is that a right assumption or wrong? I am wrong. Correct. All of them are different people. All of us are different people. So that means all of them are thinking, all of them were thinking, all of us are thinking differently. And then all of us achieved our own heights in our own way. At the end of it, you earn it and you give it back to society. And how much you give it, it is again your decision. And all of our intelligence are different. All of our environment are different. But that doesn't mean that they can't stand in the top 10 list, right? So though they stand in top 10, though they are the rich people, though they are the wealthy people, everybody has a different viewpoint about life. Everybody has a different way of defining their success, and everybody does something for the society. It's as simple as that, right? So who defined it? I think it is their own way and means of defining success. So that means, question to you, that what is success to you as an individual? Define success. Leave the dictionary, leave the Google, leave the Wikipedia. What is success? Okay, one is happiness. Okay, if you can simplify, quantify, which you can really feel like, yeah, being happy. Can I quantify it? I can qualify it. Fair point. Peace of mind, satisfaction, hard work. Matlab, success, is it a benchmark? Is it like you have to achieve it? After that, what will happen? Once you achieve this, you are happy today. After that, achievement by us, doing everything I wanted to. Okay, I मान लो आपने कर दिया, उसके बाद, so today I'm happy. Get stooped. Okay, go further, because this will take little more time, because I wanted everybody to think, and then yeah, you can modify. Dying peacefully, I don't know how many of us will be given that gift. Yeah. Okay. Success is a journey, not a destination. Very good. Okay. So that means you keep refining your success, you keep changing your success, then people will be thinking that yaar badalte rehta hai. So you keep making parents proud. Okay, that's your success. So by achieving something, could be one of the point. Okay, can we measure success? Is there a measurement tool, mathematics, ऐसा कुछ है क्या? That these are the a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square kind of. So can we physically quantify it? No, it's possible to quantify it. Okay, somebody says yes. How do you? Again, it's your. So is there a way that you can quantify success? So is it that these people are all the top 10 rich people are the success and the remaining are failures? May not be, or they don't have any quarrel with their spouse at home with the children. They will have it. If you ask them, are you happy? Maybe one day they will be happy, another day they will not be happy. So success, again, is it quantifiable, qualifiable? Is it subject to change? I mean, there's all been who created the answers for it, and you yourself will create it, right? And you will be keep changing it, right? So I asked this question to my wife sometime back, or a couple of years back, how much I know you, because I wanted to know, and she said like maybe 10%. What? I thought I know you well. I'm married for 15 years. She said like, doesn't mean that you need to know me. I am a human being. I change my preferences. I change my everything every day. So if you think that you know me, you are an idiot. I think it took me 15 years to realize that I'm an idiot. So similarly, in the case of a success also, it is very subjective to the individual. It is very subjective to the person, and it is very subjective to that particular environment, like your NPA kind of, correct? So this is not an examination. Success is not an examination where somebody writes a question and then these are the set of questions and you need to answer them, and that person evaluate you that, okay, you have these many keywords, you get 6 marks out of 6 or 6 marks out of 10. No, it is your own definition of what is called the success, and you say that what are those words, which are the keywords, and yeah, I qualify myself as a success. That means who can appreciate you for your success? You yourself. What others are all doing it, I think it's all value added, like giving a certification, graduation, or giving a job to you, giving a pat on your back. Those are all there. But is it your success is defined based on the pat on the back? Is it your success defined based on the certification you are going to get? I think then we are misleading ourselves, because we are living for ourselves, not living for ourselves, but for living someone else's expectation. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly keep this simple in a way of what is called a recipe. I don't know how it managed in the Anil sir added some pun entered that kind of. So initially in the flyer, I saw that it is recipe of success. And okay, I called it as recipe for success. Pardon my grammar, but then of and for as a nice thing, right? What is of? Glass full of water, kind of something which you already possess, right? For is something is a destiny, and in the case of a success, it is the past as well as the future, something which you possess, right? And something you will destined to. So that means it's an ongoing journey. And nice way of the English is helping you, that recipe of success or recipe for success, and both are defined by you as an individual. So recipe English meaning from a dictionary which says like, okay, you need to just follow a set of instructions and you have to create something out of it. Like there is a likely outcome. Okay, how many of you like coffee here? I'm a South Indian, typical South Indian who actually gets the Hindu newspaper and a cup of coffee at 5:45 in the morning. Come what me. Anybody likes coffee here? Coffee lovers? Say yes, no. Chai bhi chalega. Take a coffee, preferred one. Chai, coffee not allowed at home. Say yes. Yes. How many of you can make coffee, like coffee? Say something. Then I'll move on. Okay, so in my session, just keep it active, and then more than listening, it's more of answering also. So your chat window has to be open. Anil, yeah, I thought so. Yes, always. Like coffee. Anyone else who like coffee? Coffee lovers? Love coffee. Okay. Yes. You like it. Okay. If it's good, you love tea. Okay. Chai, coffee. I think keep any of these hot beverages. How many of you can make coffee or tea? Madam, it is all, it's not that easy, right? Somebody gives you at your home in your hand, it's all fine. But then, bana sakta hai kya? Okay, I can make. If no one makes, yeah, that becomes there is no other choice. We have to make it. Okay. In your home, obviously you make coffee. Someone else makes coffee, right? Okay. Can all of us make the same coffee with the same ingredient? Mummy ऐसे बनाती है, पापा ऐसे बनाता है, and our kid makes it differently. क्यों? Is the same sugar, same coffee powder, same filter, सब कुछ same ही है ना? क्यों नहीं? Chai, yeah, chai भी ऐसे ही है ना? Chai पत्ती, again it's the same thing. Whether you add adrak, you don't add adrak, or elachi, again it's all preferences. But a normal chai, adrak chai, elachi chai, chai, which should be chai patti, sugar, and milk. So we are saying that we can make coffee, we love coffee, but we are saying that we can't make the same coffee as mama makes or someone else makes. Kyun? How can that be? कुछ तो reason होगा ना? Everyone recipe is different than with the same ingredients. ठीक है, तो अभी मैं काम करता हूँ. So next 2 minutes, I'm going to tell you how exactly you should make coffee. ठीक है? So then you should just print it and then put it in your kitchen, and then everybody who makes coffee in your house should follow that recipe. And we will see whether we are all able to make a same coffee or not. There is no standard way of making it, varies person to person. Everyone has a different taste. Everyone's recipe is different, even with the same ingredients. Okay, so this is what we are saying, though with the same ingredients. So filter coffee banane ke liye. So I am a great cook. Okay, in my house, my wife is not allowed in the kitchen. She is not allowed, right? For the last 15 years, and that's the only complaint she has, because she says like, I'm not allowed to cook. I'm not allowed to take care of my daughter because yeah, she don't care for her mom. And she's saying that why am I living in this world? So इसलिए वो माँ के पास जाती है. So and then I talk too much. What to do? So that's a fact. But then I'm going to give you this. Starbucks makes the same. There is no standard way of making it, and it varies person to person. Starbucks makes the same any day, any city, any country. Correct. So that means they know the success or they know the recipe of coffee. Okay. Can they make the in Madras coffee? They make Starbucks coffee. Correct. Can they make a Madras filter coffee, Kumbakonam degree coffee? Might not be, no. Possibly, though they know the success or they know. So they that means they can only do a control C, control V. I think Bill Gates was doing it for ages. Right? All of us are the copy paste. तो कर सकते हैं. You know, so that means we can do it. There is nothing wrong and we cannot do it kind of because it is technically been done. For that matter, I think one of the orange juice does it that way. Oranges are supposed to taste differently, right? Because it is coming from different trees, it is coming from different soil. Then how come this particular brand alone, every orange juice tastes same? Yeah, it has been adjusted for the sugar, it has been adjusted for the pulp, it has been, the mix has been changed. So you can standardize these products. There is nothing wrong in it. But if we wanted a exact recipe of that, it can be followed through every ingredient possible in this world, every person who's making that and the person who's consuming. I think we're all talking about various things. We are talking about billions of people and billions of proportion and permutations and combinations. So now let's look at the method. The first method. Again, I still wanted you to try it and then see that if everybody can make the same coffee at home. Okay, pehle filter le lo, and then you need to have that. So that means you need to have the basic ingredients for everything. Matlab, okay, success ke liye wo sab dekhenge. Oh, you need to be motivated, you need to be self-reliant, you need to be hardworking, you need to be, I think everybody will give that gyal. I'm going to skip all those, but let's talk only about coffee. So you have the filter and a coffee powder. And you have to fill a specific amount of coffee powder in it. It cannot be too low or it cannot be too on the top because otherwise it will be either too thick or too thin. So you need to follow a specific measurement. So there is a writer in Tamil Nadu called Sujata. He wrote a novel about it, how to make coffee. Okay, and you need a hot water. Don't do it with the cold water and fill it. Once you fill it, after some time. So very, very important for all of us to do is have patience. Corona 6 महीने में नहीं जाएगा, right? Have some patience, right? School reopen होगा, have some patience. Trump जाएगा घर, have some patience, right? You just have to have some patience to things happen, right? Okay, so you can't expect things to change overnight. It will take time. Your examination happens not every day. It happens every 6 months, 3 months kind of, or a yearly. Okay, so once that is done, obviously, if you are in America, you will drink a black coffee, right? Not many people love it. But then if you are an Indian or any other country, they're all different than America. You need a milk also. Again, you can have a cow milk, goat milk, soya milk. You can have a variety of milk. So look at it. The ingredients, there are some basics. Ingredients, there are something different. So that means all of you have to think this coffee example, not just in making coffee, for every scenario. It's a very classic example to put it in every perspective. Okay, so now that you have done, yeah, you can top it up with more flavor, aroma, right? You shape up yourself. You go to an examination, not in a what you call very bad mood. You just have to prep yourself. You go and then listen to maybe Bandish Bandit's song. Yeah, it's nice, right? So listen to some of those things before you head for an examination, before you go for an interview, because there is nothing, no one in this world who can motivate you except you. It's as simple as that, correct? And you need to believe that yes, you are the only one who can motivate. So now that I've given this recipe, can all of you make coffee? Now that I have given a recipe, can all of you make the same coffee every day? You are the same person. I'm not asking a 5% trying at home. Do you think, can you make the same coffee taste every day? Like the Starbucks? Sab no. Anil sir, kal se ghar pe they are going to ask you, right? Abhi coffee banao. Roj aise hi banao. Because my wife is asking me, make rasam like my mom. And I keep telling her that, no, I am not your mom. I cannot make it. This is my rasam. And she says like, no. Then what is the point? You are not a good cook. So, okay, with practice, yes, with possibly, and maybe you will excel at some point of time. And more importantly, you have to accept there will be a difference in taste because your coffee powder is coming from various places, right? It's not the same bean. So first and foremost, though we can practice lot of things, though we can learn lot of things, though we can all believe that, okay, this is the way we need to go, there will be changes. There will be. So taste the success. I think that's what people say, right? Once you are successful, taste the success, taste the coffee. It is nice, right? Someday, and again, very importantly, as a human being, we change our taste buds very frequently. So that means the coffee which I like with a half spoon sugar today, I needed it 1 teaspoon sugar tomorrow morning. So don't get restricted to it saying that, okay, I will have this, this is my success recipe, this is what I'm going to continue, etc., etc. I think it won't work. Okay. um, Rather than talking about various stories of Warren Buffett, etc., maybe I'll pick my story. Okay. So just as I said, these are all facts, right? Not fictitious, etc. So my journey, okay, okay, this is where I think Anil sir has already told all these names. These are all the financial, and I lived in Geneva, London for about 6-7 years, and then worked for most of these financial, and that is why the corporate sessions I take it. Okay, so that's just a resume. Okay, my river of life, right? This is where I started. So I was born in 1976 in Chennai, and fortunately or unfortunately, I have never lived with my parents, or I don't even have a photograph of them. I don't even know who they are, right? It's just me. Right? So some family members, like my aunts, 2 aunts, picked me up, and then yeah, I lived along with them. So they were making papad and selling it. So obviously we're all low income family group, and yeah, Tamil Nadu, the government of India gave me an education. So I started studying with yeah, government aid. I started my first job on the next day of my 12th examination. Somebody gave me a job as a typist, right? At 17 years, I was a typist in a company. My exam got over on Friday, and then I started my work on Saturday because Saturday is the weekly wages payment, and they wanted somebody to start doing the payroll, etc. Okay. After 1 year, 18 years, you are a teenager and you have been like, yeah, doing a lot of tantrums at home. So I've been kicked out of home. So I've been sent to Madhya Pradesh. So I went to Bhopal and to another relative's house, and then I worked there for a company called Bhaskar Industries Limited, Dainik Bhaskar, that's a paper name, and there was a spinning industry. So I worked there for about 3 years while I was doing my graduation. So once I completed my BCom, again luck came my way, and I got inducted into, or I joined National Stock Exchange. Generally they recruit only chartered accountants and MBAs, but just that I got some luck in between. Yeah, 1997, a commerce graduate, joined NSE. So whatever I teach today on the financial is coming from there. All right, so I did my MBA, MCom along with it, moved to IT industry as a business analyst. 2001, went to on-site Singapore. 2003, I moved to London for a long-term assignment, married to a beautiful girl in 2004. And in 2007, we got our first baby, and then she survived for about 23 hours, right? And nobody knows why, the reason. They're just monitoring, and then 23 hours later, she was no longer there. I don't know, obviously. So think about it. I come from a background where I don't have parents, and then yeah, the new life is not there. It was bad, pathetic. But then, so immediately we moved to London, Geneva, London, and then returned to India in 2010. Yes, fine. Yeah, owning my skills, cooking competition, good cook. So got some. 2015, yes, dog's age 39, 40. So I've decided that yeah, I'll move away from corporate. And incidentally, my daughter was born. So we named our daughter as Vishaka because my wife's name is Vidya. So in Hindi, Shaka is branch. So Vidya's Shaka is Vishaka. That's why we named it. And again, fate had his own gameplay that she also had the same 23-hour kind of timeline, right? But then we don't know what to do. But she survived. It's a girl. She survived beautifully. And yes, I've been living with her. She's a 5-year-old daughter now. And that's my beautiful family. Right, so that's my daughter who started cooking at the age of 2 years. Yeah, so now she decides, yeah, whether it is dal bati churma or khichdi or roti sabji, etc. Yeah, she is the maker, and she also controls my electricity bill. Right, so for a 1800 square feet apartment, she make sure that our electricity bill does not cross 500 rupees for a very simple reason. The day she started walking, the first thing I taught her is how to switch off the light, and that continues. So generally what happens when it comes to a child, we tell them that don't do this, don't do that kind of, मतलब बेटा वहां पे जाके shock लगेगा, ये मत करो. I mean, they are trying to throw something at you, they will say that, oh, फेंको मत, गिर जाएगा, टूट जाएगा. So we actually tell them, and when they are shouting, we tell them that, oh, don't shout. So actually we are the ones who are introducing lot of things to the children, and we shout at them again, right? So in our case, thankfully, so she's 5.5 years old, and I don't talk to her when we both are not in the near vicinity. So she has not touched the mobile till now. 5.5 years, she has not touched mobile to make calls, to see anything. It's just that there are mobiles there, but she doesn't touch it. Technology has not affected both of us. Yeah, it's just still human. And yeah, she know how to make puri or sabji, etc. And she doesn't waste the food for a very simple reason. Wasting food is not a nice thing. I think it's been told. So this is one reason when Anil sir started saying that what do you call values to action, because values has to be built within all of us at the very early age, and it is there somewhere, but just that thanks to the academic, thanks to the corporate, thanks to the rat race, we lost all those things, right? So bache logon ko, when we are introducing things to them, we have lot of things to introduce, but we end up introducing the wrong things to them. For example, yeah, don't shout. Who tell them? We only told them, right? Don't, yeah, use mobile. Who told them? We only tell them, correct? Rather tell them that, okay, switch off the light, throw it in your hand. मतलब फेंको, मेरे हाथ में फेंको. Next time onward, they will throw only at your hand. They will not throw anywhere else. So especially with the kids, not necessarily a parent, a sibling, or all of us have a responsibility to ensure that when whatever we are introducing to the kids, we are introducing something which they need, not the wants. I think that's a very, very basic distinction we all need to understand, that what is a need and what is a want, right? Okay, so she goes to a school where till about 7th standard, there is no examination. She sits on the floor, right? It's an international board, but that's the way it works. So the education is a little different. And there I saw some child presenting, 5th grade child presenting, saying difference between need versus want. So what is a need? Yeah, when we were doing a barter system, when we are giving something to people and then taking something from them, and we go to a shopping mall, we want a lot of things and then we buy it, thanks to the Amazon, Flipkart. I think there was a nice WhatsApp forward also. There is a sale happening in Flipkart and Amazon. The best way to save more is delete those two applications. It's simple, right? Not the percentages. So if you can teach these need versus want differentiation, I think it will be very, very nice. Just to go further on this, in case when I'm not doing these sessions, I think this is what I do. Thanks, I have a good friend. I think very, very important in our life is have at least one person who's a good friend, right? Who will be with you, whom you can do a lot of things. So for example, this is a walk from Kaveri, starting in Karnataka and then ends in Tamil Nadu. So that's about 850 kilometers. He did a walk. That's a starting point. I couldn't do the 800. I did only about 200, 150 kilometers, somewhere in between, joined them thanks to some of the corporate sessions. The next thing is even more interesting. This is called a Narmada Parikrama. Okay, I don't know how many of you know this. This is a circle walk of Narmada, starting with Amarkantak in the tip of Madhya Pradesh, going all the way to Gujarat and then coming back. So this friend of mine who did this walk for about 3 months, 2,500 kilometers. I could not do it, again various reasons, but I did travel, right? In more, not by walk. What is important in this is, in this period, when you are doing the Narmada Parikrama, you are not supposed to carry any cash. You are not supposed to do anything, in the sense, by yourself. It's all like Bhavati Bhikshandi. You need to ask for it. You have to live on the earns of someone else, correct? which is a very, very difficult thing for a 45 years plus, especially with having a social status, etc. But that brought us a lot of nice things, right? So we lived in those days in somebody's house, in some ashram, in the just outside somebody's house, and then food has been served to you, right, in whatever form, and not always nicely, but sometimes you go hungry also. But you don't need money. Interesting. You don't need money. Okay, I'm not saying you don't need money. Do you want money? So again, you need to differentiate between the need versus want. So very interestingly, that these are all some things which I was able to do, and I could do it, right? And just moving out of corporate and then coming and then doing all these things, because happiness, I think most of you said that, right? Happiness is what all means. Yes. Am I what do you call privileged? Am I being given that? I don't know. I think I can sit and then complain about what life has not given to me, starting from my parents. Okay, I still regret one decision, and I did share that with Anil sir when I met him first, that I still regret not going to college. Correct. I still like to sit in that library and then talk to the what do you call professors and then do about it. But yeah, I could not get a chance. But did it stop me from getting an MBA, MCOM? Did it stop me from traveling abroad across the globe? Did it stop me from getting out of corporate at 40 and then live a happy life? Nothing. Again, what defines the success for each of us? Yeah, I think it is our own measurement criteria. It is our own benchmark. It is our own requirement, not someone else's. So if we are able to put that in perspective, I think life is very, very beautiful. Life is very, very interesting. Just to look at it the positive way. Again, that is why I said it may be rude. Somebody told me when I said that I never, fortunately or unfortunately, I've not seen my parents. Somebody said like it's a rude way of portraying. But then for me, it is right. Maybe I don't know. Okay, if I had all the luxuries of the world, maybe I wouldn't have come this far, right? If I had everything because somebody gave me that in a golden plate. That's what happening for the current generation, that everything is, yeah, easily available. So I was talking to someone a couple of days back and told them that the next generation is going to be the most sad part of it, because they don't even know what is called happiness, because for them vegetables come from big basket, right? The groceries come from big basket, or clothes and everything comes from Amazons of the world. And technology, oh yeah, phone, there is nothing called phone, it is a smartphone. So technology has become smart and then humans have become dumb, right? So we are no longer innovating, we are no longer talking about creating something new, invention, because we are dependent on it, right? Who created those technology? It is us. So why are we dependent on them? Yeah, we need an alarm to wake us up. We need somebody to tell us, reminders about birthday, Facebook to tell us whose birthday it is. I think, isn't it our memory has a lot of these things stored, unlimited GB available, correct? And we are all looking at 2 GB, 3 GB extra space in our mobile phones. So why is it? So think about it. I think there is nothing much, and there are stories about me. There is a lot of such stories in my life, which is like when I look back now and say like, okay, aise bhi hota hai, right? So all of us have those things. So live those positive moments, right? Ignore all those negative moments or the failures, etc., because that's not going to motivate you. Couple of pointers if I have to put it in quotes, right? So I don't know whether I'll be able to show that. So that's my web page. Give me a second. So these are new share. 1 second. That is my web page. Yes. Right. Some of the quotes which really makes you self-motivated. And this is something which I've been having it for a very long time. Nobody can make you feel inferior or superior without your permission. Very, very simple and very, very prominent in everybody's life, right? So if you're all motivated or demotivated by what teacher says, what peer group says, what someone else says, or what has been measured by someone else, I think we are misjudging ourselves. I think all of us have our own qualities. Second, if you think you can, or if you think you cannot, I think you are right, because nobody else in this world know better than you, and no one washes a rental car. There's a nice quote, especially on the corporate world, right? Because we don't own a lot of things. For us, I keep talking about it in my soft skill sessions. right? So are you responsible for your family when you're sitting in office? The answer is generally yes, I am. Something happens at home, I rush immediately, I leave everything. Are you responsible when you're sitting at home? If something happens to your office, they say that no, I'm being paid only for Monday to Friday. Are you? Actually, you're not. You're paid 365 days, right? I'm not saying you should work 365 days and 24/7. Rather, it is just the thought process. And we are not that onion. We are not a split personality, right? So owning responsibility is individual trait. It has to come from your emotions. So okay, I'm only one, but I'm still one. I cannot do everything, but I still can do something. So I will not refuse to do something which I can do. I think again, those are all jargons which I don't want to share. What do you call, prolong it here? But very simple. If you can motivate yourself, sorry, if you can demotivate yourself, I think you can motivate yourself also, right? And if you can count all those, what do you call, sad moments, I think you can count all those positive moments also. Everybody's life has a lot of stories. You don't have to read somebody's biography to get motivated. You just think about what you were doing when you were a child. Again, yoga postures, I keep saying it. All of us cannot create a coffee. All of us cannot do yoga. But then yoga teacher says, like the studio or the Sadgurus, they say that everybody can do it. How is that possible that all of us can do a yoga wherein we all agree that all of us are unique? Because we have done the yoga when we were an infant. That means thinking, asking questions, being innovative, sleeping when we wanted to sleep, eating whenever we are hungry, right? And doing yoga. Those are all something which you have done as a child by nature, just that the nature has gone to dogs. So if you can think about that, you have done it in the past, I think you can do it in the future also. So again, there is just a summary of what are all the success mantras, right? So this is one way of, you need to have a grit, you need to have kind of a passion, you need to do it. So there is a list of steps, right? And that steps is being given by various people. It's all readily available, but you need to customize your own coffee recipe and you need to practice yourself on that recipe. Maybe you will become better, but then make sure you understand the ingredients are going to be different, because as you grow from a child to a teenager to a what do you call it, 25 plus, and then to a middle age kind of, your thought process is going to change because of the experience. So that means you cannot say that I will have a milestone after 20 years. You can't, because 20 years life would have been completely different. So have some small goals, 1 year, 2 years, 6 months kind of, and then celebrate your success and then move on with the success. So just okay, it is supposed to be. So the success recipe is not easy. It is as difficult as making a coffee. It is hard, and that is why it is definitely important that all of us have to try and excel in it. Because if it is easy, then I think you can have hundreds of Starbucks. So we all talked about Starbucks or Apple. Why is that not everybody is able to replicate the Starbucks or the Apple? Because they only know the recipe and they can only excel in that recipe. So can that recipe be copied and others can become another Apple or another Starbucks? Not possible. Cafe Coffee Day can come, right? Or Barista can come, or there could be n number of brands can come, but they are what they are. Rolex are what they are, correct? So that means you have to have your own recipe, and it'll be nice so that you can talk about this what do you call success story at some point of time. So define your success recipe, because the question as well as the answer are your own personal, correct? So if you are going to write an answer for someone else, that is like an academic qualification. So you have to study, right? You have to study, you have to write an examination, you have to write those keywords, get all the marks. Those are all done. But is that a success for you? So passing a 12th exam, passing a graduation, passing a what do you call MBA kind of? No, that is just a stepping stone. But what is success? Definition has to be done by you. I think that's the last one which I want to show. As a matter of fact, this is one guy called Lee Wikion, right? I don't know whether I pronounce it rightly. This person has bought this cup, Proclean cup. It's called a soup cup at $21 billion, right? And you know what he said after winning this bid? He said, Yasodbe staffer poured me some tea. I saw the chicken coop and excitedly poured some coffee at the tea and then drank a little. Why? Because Emperor Kulang had it. Now I've used it. I just want to see how it felt. Just having a cup of tea in a $21 million, sorry, pound soup cup, just to see that how it felt. That's it. He's a eccentric art collector. But then think about it. I think for him, the success is not about buying it at 21 million, just about feeling the taste of a tea in that soup cup. Okay, so that's the last summary for me. I may be a little early. So reinvent yourself, redefine your success often. I think often is a very small word, but then that is where it makes it more interesting as well, right? Because if you are going to celebrate your success and then sit on it, I think you are lagat. And I think life is no joy. So with that note, I think I'll say namaste. Thank you very much for listening.
Any feedbacks, any questions, dear colleagues? In fact, I was here listening with a lot of intent, absolute intent. You made it look so simple, sir. But person from very, very, very humble background, and then rising up to what it is. Yes, thanks, Advait. The first feedbacks are coming in. So, but we would have all heard and listened and maybe watched movies on all this. Jairab, Jairab sir just put it very calmly, right? Very goodly. He said something which I keep saying for some team members. He said only regret possibly is not attending college and sitting in the library and reading. For us, these are all so simple things. हाँ ठीक है library गया था book उठाया था school जा रहा हूँ college जाता हूँ. So the less fortunate, when you hear from them, you understand that we are all blessed, right? We are all really blessed. Pratham, very good, but I was just telling Reshma, is some of you are there always. Aditya, right? Of course, thanks to Daya sir and Chirag sir's encouragement, all of you are there always. Sir, I have nothing to say. Gani, right, send me such a warm message today, early morning. Gani is similar to you in one sense. He's from a very humble background, Jairam sir, and now he is in US. And not only has he settled his family, he is doing something for society also, right? So that same humble roots, right? And if you see his profile picture, he thanks his parents. He says, I'm thankful to God that I'm your son." I could see a lot of thing. I would have loved if Gani could speak, but I know him. He's very, very shy. I request Reshma Miss, my wife, to please, and head of men classes, to propose the vote of thanks, please.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It was such a pleasure listening to you. Actually, I was, really awaiting this session because the caption itself was like, okay, let's see what's the recipe to success. So, and I'm really privileged that I could attend it. It was like, revisit to all your basics.
Yep.
So success is so simple at the same time difficult, so easy and challenging. So it seems external, but it is so internal to oneself. So it was like revisiting all those basics and then finally coming to the conclusion that everybody's success is within oneself. So thank you so much, sir. It was really, really a big pleasure listening to you. Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to meet again. Thank you, attendees.
Thank you, Gani. Right. Just a couple of things, but I think it is all of us go through our pain points in life. It is how you rise, which makes it which makes it different and important. I would love to hear a very celebrated business and health coach's comment if Dr. Nair is there. He always joins in. He was there in the first half. He was there. He
Yes.
would be there also unless we lost him. Prithivesh, any comments? Anybody? Yes, a strong coffee today, right? Right. Gani always is. You should see the message. So, but for all of you all, we are giving such input, such an early stage in life because you are watching this. I'm sure Sakshi is sitting, Sanskar is sitting with their parents. Rohit Bete is already there. It is, we are all blessed. I keep saying this, but success is not only about maybe standing first in school or studying first at college. It's also redefining yourself. It's also about reinventing yourself because certain things may not go as well as you planned. It's how you bounce back. And I think this COVID times, my personal opinion, I'm sure Swatimas and others would agree, these are times which none of us expected, right? But we are still fighting it out. We are still fighting it out. Each one of us are fighting it out. Jaravan sir, I'm sure you agree with me that, right, jobs are being lost,
Yep.
right? If you just come out, you will see jobs are being lost, right? The hunger, collective movement we were talking, and some lot of sad stories that we could hear. But at the end of it, as Rashi ma'am said, even the poor have a way of finding happiness, right?
Exactly, which is
In
true.
fact,
So just to give the kind of so Navratri celebrations happen in our apartment, right? So this year people were thinking that, oh, nobody is going to come, so why are we going to put this? But in one simple statement which I said, the sundal what you are going to keep, the prasad what you are going to keep for Navratri, there is about 20 drivers who comes every Navratri and then takes it. Correct? It's not just about the sundal or the what we are going to give money for the Ayudha Puja, etc. It is more of a celebration. Yes, we live in the real world, they do accept it, but then share the joy, right? Why do you stop sharing the joy? There is a two versions of it, whether to celebrate Diwali, whether to firecrackers. I think yes, we need to address the problem, but at the same time we should not stop doing something and spreading the joy, right? Giving 100 rupees Diwali, for example, uh, that go and then give it to your whoever is working for you. Give the Diwali about 20 days before, a month before. That's what I did, and I've told all the apartment guys to give it, because maybe they need that money not for Diwali but for 1 month before to run their house, right? And those who can avoid reducing their rent. So there are possible ways which we can make life nice for others also. Not donating, not money. I think not everybody can afford it, because I myself am suffering. Why am I'm not able to give it to others? I think that's a basic argument everybody will have. You don't have to, but whatever you are due to, why don't you give it upfront? Correct. Moratorium, not necessarily that you have to take it. You can give it to others also. Why not? So, sorry, I keep continuing.
a simple gesture, as sir said, give them before Diwali so that their Diwali is better. I personally tried. I know it's a very difficult thing. I'll end in the next 2 minutes. I look around for inspiration, and I find that in my wife's classes itself, there are so many people I can get inspired by. Jairam sir, there is a respected teacher by the name of Jay sir. So
Right.
whenever I talk to him, I realize how good a teacher can be, how good a human being can be. Then you have somebody as young as Asha ma'am, very young lady, right? She is also supporting this young man here, Rohit. He is supporting his family. So I think one request to all of you all, right? You can either take negative influences, keep looking around and have negative influences, or you can look around and see the goodness in others, right? For example, again to give you another example, since the name is right there, right? We have a section where it is known as semi, right? So these are kids who study their subjects in Marathi, right? And they have one subject known as English, okay, which is basic English. So many of us believe that they will not do well in life because they do not know English. To surprise, and my years of 30 years of plus experience dealing with these semi kids, so they are the most successful. They also achieve super success. You know why? Because they work double. They work double. One such example is right, Jairam sir. He comes with a handicap. If you are right, he could have regretted, he could have cried. He said, no, let me fight it out. Right. And I'm not sure whether all of you heard that 23 hours or so, I came and sat and I looked at my wife, And again, the second time he said 23 hours, she looked at me. I said, wait. Right. I know for sure, right, sir, daughter is there and he speaks very highly about, right, his daughter. It's about putting your values to action. I would end by, right, there's a very young kid from 10th standard writing something. I'm so happy, right? Monica Miss also has written something, as always thankful. Don't regret that life is with hard, right? Try and see a solution of things. Very good, Aditya. Very good. That is the intent of these Sunday sessions. Okay, it is not only about studies, it's about sending a social message. Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. All right.
Pleasure
You
is
do
mine,
so
sir.
much, right? at least your example of motivating others is more than sufficient. Thank you. Thank you to all the participants, right? All the teachers, I could say, Henry sir, a lot of teachers, Jay sir, Sheetal ma'am. Thank you very much for attending. Swati ma'am, thank you, Nisha Bete and others for keeping on encouraging us. Thank you, students also. I hope this Sunday, the learning, you're getting some good learnings. Thank you again, sir. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, everyone. Have a good weekend.